Welcome back, everybody. I am just chilling out here in my 34-degree shop on a Sunday afternoon, relaxing on our little couch we got out here. We did actually end up doing something pretty cool this week, so I'm gonna walk out here outside and show you guys what's going on. So this is our little before I walk outside, this is our little chill area here in the shop. We got still got the TV and surround system and everything out here, and so we'll come out here and hang out. It's a little cool out here for the wife and kiddos to feel like coming out right now, but maybe they'll come out later. It's not as, whoo, that's bright. Come on, there we go. It's yesterday was super windy, so it was warmer than this, but it was super cold because it was so dang windy. But it's not quite as bad today. So I think you guys have seen in my videos quite often, you see my truck. It's a 2013 F-150 that I've had since 2016, I believe is when we bought it. So I've had it for 5 years. And I've done a lot of upgrades on it. I'll throw in, this is what it used to look like when I bought it. So I put on a new grill, new headlights, new tires and wheels, new mirrors. I did new tail lights as well. New dome light back there. It already had the bed liner in it, and I added these bull rings, which are really cool. They stay down like that, but then you can pull them up and they click up like that to allow you to strap. They have the cleats down in the bottom of the bed in all four corners, but if you have big stuff, these are super helpful for strapping things down. I did WeatherTech. I know it's the sun right now is crazy, so hopefully it's not making it too bad. I did WeatherTech floor liners in it, which are super nice, keep the carpet clean, and these are really easy to pull out and clean if you want to. I did put a custom exhaust system on it, a cat back exhaust system from the catalytic converter back that made it sound a little better. Made it sound good for a little while, but it has developed a lot of issues in the last year or so. So when I first bought it, I did not know any better to do my research as for where the vehicle was coming from when I bought it. And it had been in New York for its first 3 years, up in the salty road conditions. So it has developed a lot of rust issues from that. The most obvious and visible ones are right here on both sides at the bottom of the cab, where it's just, I can stick my freaking finger in, and I believe it's just as bad on the other side, if not worse. Yeah, it might actually be worse over there. You can't really see it because of how tight I am to the fence right here, but it's pretty bad. And my mechanic also told me when I had it in for inspection last year that it's developing a lot of rust issues in the frame, which is going to cause problems down the road. And it's a daily driver for me that I need to pull a trailer and I need it to be reliable. And probably almost a year ago, it developed an exhaust leak as well, exhaust manifold leak. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and let you hear what it sounds like. And it sounded really good when I had the exhaust system on it because it just sounded really good. It's an EcoBoost engine, so it's a little quieter than normal, normal V8, but super good power, torque, all that good stuff for towing trailers. However, it sounds pretty bad now. I'll let you listen. So I don't know how well you could hear that, and for some reason it didn't seem to sound as bad as it usually does. But yeah, that's the well, I'm gonna walk back inside where it's not so dang bright. There you go. So I don't know how well you could hear that, but it didn't seem like it sounded as bad as it normally does, which is weird. But it does have a lot of problems. There's the exhaust issue itself is a pretty involved and pricey fix, and that doesn't even deal with all the the cab rust and the structural issues essentially that it's gonna start having in a few years. So basically my mechanic told me last summer that I should be rid of it by the next time, when our state inspection runs out next January, or next July, excuse me. So since Thanksgiving, I have been looking for a new truck, and it has been extremely difficult because there's a few, I wanted to stay the same truck, long bed, full cab. There's a few features that I really wanted to keep, you know, into the next truck, and finding one that had all that, but has not been up north, you know, from central Pennsylvania and north, you know, whether it's the US or Canada. There have been so many trucks that have been up in Canada for a couple years, and then they're down here being sold. And so I clicked through several thousand trucks before I finally found one this week. And so I have a new addition to the Bedford garage to unveil. And it's kind of dirty right now because, like I said, we had the ice storm Thursday, so they've been salting the roads in preparation for that. So it's, you know, of course, filthy from driving around this week. But we picked it up Tuesday night, and I'm in love. So here she is in all her dirty glory. It's basically the same truck. It is a 2015 XLT F-150. Same engine, the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost twin turbo. They did redesign the turbo, where, like, the reason the license plate is offset on that one is because that's the intake for the turbo, the twin turbo on that model. And they've just redesigned the placement of it. The grill's a little bit bigger on this one, and so they just give you a little bit more, they give you space around each side of the license plate for the intake for the turbo cooler. It's still down there at the bottom, but they just redesigned it so the license plate can be centered. But I love it. Same thing, you know, Super Crew cab, nice big cab, 6.5 foot bed. And this one already had the bed liner in it, and I've already put the bull rings in it. I put those in yesterday morning. And this one actually has, this is pretty cool. This one has a step in the bed. You lower it and push this little lever here, and it pops out a step that drops down. And you can also pull out that dealio. So it sets a little bit higher than the other truck does, because it's got 20-inch rims on it. This one has 18-inch rims. So even though the tires are a little thicker on this one, it just causes this one to sit up a little bit higher. But this is pretty cool. It's not the kind of thing that I'll use every day, but if I've got a lot of stuff in the bed that I'm trying to unload, instead of me having to climb up there and then jump down, just drop the step and make it easy peasy. And on the inside, same basic thing. I've got WeatherTech floor liners on order. It's because this one did not have those in it, but it's pretty much the same truck, just a couple years newer. One of the big things that I did want with this one was this center console instead of the extra seat right here, just because I wanted to switch up the design a little bit. And I just like this a little bit better. And I already added this thing right here is pretty sweet. This is the wireless auto sensing phone charger. Just turn the truck on. Once the truck's turned on, you just set your phone in front of it, and it senses it and opens up and then closes down on it. It's pretty sweet. And also has, this is actually pretty cool, you can customize the wallpaper for this 8-inch screen right here. And oh yeah, the wipers just automatically run right now, because this sensor right here is, the sensor in this control arm is busted, so the wipers just run on their low speed setting every time, which is cool. But I actually uploaded this Black Rifle Coffee wallpaper onto the console screen, because anybody who's watched my videos for much time knows how big of a Black Rifle Coffee fan I am. If you see me drinking coffee in a video, it's out of a Black Rifle Coffee mug, almost guaranteed. And if it's not, it's still Black Rifle Coffee, even if it's not in their mug. Huge Black Rifle Coffee fans. They're a veteran-owned coffee company based out of Utah. And I've been drinking their coffee for years. I think I started back in 2014, 2015, and I started drinking them pretty regularly shortly after that. And they're a great group of guys. They run a podcast as well that I listen to very frequently. Just an awesome group of dudes, and I love supporting them. So that's pretty sweet that I get to, I mean, the Ford emblem's cool. That's what comes as the default in that screen, but I decided to make it Black Rifle Coffee because it's pretty sweet. And I'm also gonna get, so depending on the light, it's not super visible, but one of the previous owners scratched BRB right here on the passenger side of the dashboard. So like right now from where I'm sitting, it's not super visible, but sometimes it is. So I'm probably gonna slap a Black Rifle Coffee sticker over that because it looks dumb. But yeah, I love it. It's a reliable truck. It's not gonna break down on me like the other ones turning into. The only major gripe I have about it is that on the 09 to 2014 style truck, which are all the same, you can actually pause the digital trip meter, which is super helpful for tracking business mileage, because that's I use the truck for personal but also for work. It's more of a work truck than it is a personal truck. And it made it really easy to be able to track the mileage. But for some reason, I'm not sure whose bright idea at Ford it was to do away with that feature, but that is no longer available on the 2015 to 17 model year Fords. So I'm gonna have to do old school and just write it down. But that's all in all, it's a pretty small complaint for all the nice features that truck has. And that's the XLT. The XLT models are, I mean, that's basically, the XL is the lowest model, so the XLT is the second lowest model, and it goes up from there. You got the FX4, Lariat, King Ranch, Platinum, Limited, all that stuff. That's, you know, way higher end trucks. But the other super nice thing about it is that on the 2015 year, they switched to an all aluminum body. So I'm not going to ever have the rust issues with this one that at least on the body. That's, you know, there's still steel components in the, you know, the frame itself, but I'm not going to have the body rusting out like it is on my old truck. And it also gets 700 pounds lighter doing that all aluminum body, so it gets better gas mileage. It can haul more because it's the same engine, but it's pulling a lot less weight, so the payload and towing capacity goes up, and which is nice. But yeah, it's great. I love it. Very blessed to be having that truck. I was blessed to have the other one, honestly, both of them. I don't like talking about it that much because I feel like it's, I don't know, I just don't like talking about it. The when we first got that truck 5 years ago, at that point for our work, we were running 2 crews. Leading up to that, it was myself, my brother, and our third guy, Jordan. We were all kind of not running separate crews, but I had a Dodge Ram 1500, and 03 Dodge Ram, or 03. Gosh, I can't remember. I think it was an 03 Dodge Ram 1500 with a cap on the bed, and I led a crew out of that. We had one trailer, and we had this is like right after I got in the Marine Corps. I had the truck, so I was running a crew out of my truck. A lot of tools in the truck, so inevitably anything that's in the front, you have to, you know, tear out stuff to get to it if you have big tools up in the front. And then it's a few years after that, we transitioned to, we had one trailer, we bought a second one, and so my brother with his Dodge Dakota was pulling the bigger, nicer trailer, the newer one, because he had a 7-pin harness, which neither of our trucks had, so he installed, you know, the rig to be able to run that. And then I pulled the smaller 6x12 trailer that just used a 4-pin harness. And then we were going to be upgrading and having basically 3 crews, where I was running a crew with a trailer, Jordan was running a crew with a trailer, and then my brother Travis was going to be kind of working as a trim carpenter type out of his truck as well, with less tools than either of the 2 trailers. But neither myself or Jordan had trucks that were capable of pulling the 2, you know, we were going to get another new trailer. And so the business paid the majority of the 3 trucks that all 3 of us got. There was different amounts allotted to each of us, but I paid about 20% of what we paid for that blue truck. And It's had a lot of problems that I've, you know, of course paid for because it's my truck. The business just paid for a lot of it, all legally, of course. I don't understand completely how it all works, but I know we do it legally. We're not, you know, skimping out and doing stuff the wrong way. But all that to say that that's essentially what we did again for this one, except that I actually didn't have to pay anything for this one. We're gonna sell the old one, and the business keeps the difference basically. And it's a real blessing to be in that position, because we basically just ordered the new boat when we found out how much trouble my current truck was in last summer, and that was a little overwhelming, being at that point of having just ordered a brand new boat and then knowing how much work and how much money was going to need to be spent on the old truck. And my dad has been really awesome through this whole process of making sure that I have a reliable truck to, you know, keep pulling the trailer and getting to work and providing for my family and pulling my weight as a job site foreman and crew chief in business. So thanks, Dad, if you watch this at all. I don't know, but anyway, all that to say that I'm very, very thankful. It's been, like I said, been looking for trucks since November, and it's been very many hours spent scrolling the trucks wondering if I was ever going to find one that had, though this one's only been in Virginia and North Carolina, by the way. I hadn't said that yet, but not been exposed. It's hard to see with a light out here right now, but the undercarriage of these two trucks looks completely different. The new one has the aluminum body, so it's not rusted at all. It should, I know I felt like this with the last one, but it should last a long time, and assuming I don't wreck it or anything crazy like that. I don't do anything crazy, but you know, you never know. You can't count on other people to not hit you. So it should, you know, extenuating factors aside, this truck should last a long time, hopefully, and I'm just really excited to have it. So when I sat down to edit this video, I discovered that my camera was not actually recording when I thought it was. So here I am a few days later with freshly charged camera batteries ready to go. And I'm actually doing this after the next video you're going to see, because again, I had to wait for new camera batteries to come in. So you'll see. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am very excited about the new truck, obviously. So appreciate you guys watching. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you think I should do to it. I may or may not do it, period, or yet at least. I want to spread out the modifications on it a little bit, not just do everything at once. But there are definitely a few things I'm going to do pretty soon, which you'll see in the next video. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.